Scottish music for you.
The Scottish Shindig with Derek Hamilton.
Well, after a very eventful afternoon, we're on the Scottish Shindig now purely on Facebook, YouTube, Mixcloud, but not on Radio GH on the internet, unfortunately. There are problems with that, and we haven't been able to fathom them out. It's probably been lovely for you this afternoon, enjoying the sunshine. I've been struggling away here in the studio since 12 o'clock, trying to fix things here, and I'm not winning, I'm afraid. So you're just going to have to put up with the face on the camera on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Mixcloud. For the next 2 hours, we've got a packed show as usual. Loads of things. Incidentally, I think if you are tuned into Sonus, if you got Sonus, it would appear to be working on Sonus. Ewan said that it seemed to be working on Sonus, but Susan says she's just getting that noise again on Sonus. So I don't know. I think she's listening to her washing machine, to be honest. But anyway, we shall move on and get on with the music. And here to kick off the programme is a Gay Gordons from Hector McFadden and his band live in the McDonald Arms over in Tobermory. Yes, there you have it. That's Hector McFadden and the band across in the McDonald Arms when it was going strong at one of the Mull festivals. And that was a Gay Gordons with a couple of 4/4 marches from Hector. Yes, Hector was on lead there with his son on second box and Richard the Butcher on drums and yours truly on piano. Right, let's go to, let me, just before I go to the next track, wish, let me see where the message is, make sure I get the right message here. Yes, where are we? I've lost it again, that's murder. It's one of these days today, folks. I've just had the worst afternoon ever. And it's still no fixed yet, so it looks as though it's going to go on after we've finished the programme here, because Radio GH is off air at the moment and I don't know what's causing it. So if you're in the habit of listening on Radio GH, I apologise for that. It's not on the internet at the moment, but it's here on YouTube and Facebook and whatever else. Yes, I've got the message now. It's Helen MacLeod and Donnie have sent a message to say wish Laura, that's their daughter-in-law, that's Alistair's wife, all the best for Wednesday for a hip operation, and it comes with much love from Helen and Donnie. So hopefully, Laura, things will go well for you on Wednesday, and you'll get rid of some of the pain that you've been having for the last quite a long time. And everybody here wishes you all the best for that as well, so that you can carry on your good work when you get sorted out. Right, here's for you and everybody else, here's a wee set of reels, which hopefully once you get your hip sorted you'll be able to dance around to. It's Gordon Forbes, and it actually starts with a tune called John Murray of Lochee. Here's Gordon Forbes and the band. And that was another live recording there of Gordon Forbes and his band, and they were playing a wee set of reels there with John Murray of Lochee and whatever else. Right, just a wee message from John Caskey, and John says he normally watches on Facebook and listens on Alexa, and I'm afraid it won't be on Alexa because, as I've been saying since the programme started, that it's off the internet at the moment. It's been off and on this afternoon quite a few times. Excuse me. Been off and on quite a few times this afternoon. I've been trying to fix it. I have made contact with our streaming supplier, but I've had no reply back as yet. I really cannot answer it. It is Radio GH is off air on the internet. Fortunately, we don't use the streaming service for YouTube and Facebook and Mixcloud. We use their streaming services. So if you're in the habit of listening on some other devices, I do believe from some sources that it has been okay on Sonos, but I can't be sure of that because I don't have Sonos, so I can't check it for myself. But certainly it's not on the internet, and all I get when I try to connect to the internet is connecting, and so forth. So I have been trying various things while you guys have been out enjoying the sunshine. I've been here since 12 o'clock in a studio which is now at 29 degrees, and I've been trying my hardest to make sure that it goes on air. But unfortunately to no avail at this point in time. So we'll just have to keep trying after the show's finished and see what we can get to. In the meantime, here's George Balfour, and he's going to play for you a very apt title, Happy Go Lucky. Yes, that was George Balfour and a wee polka called the Happy Go Lucky Polka. And yes, I'm obviously having to be in a bit of a happy-go-lucky mood this afternoon, just because things have not been going well at all. But we'll get there in the end, no doubt. There's a number of you have sent in messages and requests for a particular thing. I'm going to handle that just in a minute, but first I'm going to go back to Thursday for the Daily Ceilidh, because I had a request for the Daily Ceilidh from the Gruesome Twosome, and they asked for Una MacLean and the Scottish Jubilee, and of course I couldn't find it on the database. And Bill of the Gruesome Twosome, Bill Stephen, actually sent me a message and said where I could find it. I found it for you, Bill, and here for you is Una MacLean with the Scottish Jubilee.
There's been a celebration, a royal jubilee, for the Queen of dear old Gleska, wee Rosie Ann McGee. From her palace down in Kent Street, she went to Glasgow Green, just to meet her loyal subjects, the greatest ever seen. Long live wee Rosie, long live wee Rosie, long live wee Rosie, Glasgow's lovely queen. She's no a dumbbell, you know what I mean. By jing, she fairly went a mile when she was 17. She gave a lovely banquet and invited big Jock Steen, and that great big black puttin, General Amin. Joe Wallace came for Rangers just to gie a horn. Billy Connolly and old Pastor Glass and the Craignac Orange Pawn. Long live wee Rosie, long live loads of boyfriends. On her they were all keen, but she knew how many beans made 5 when she was 17. She's the queen for you and me. She's one of the Hegians in the SNP, and the flower of Scotland she will be. So let's salute Queen Rosie. Memories, memories of 25 long years, living in a single end, with blood and sweat and tears. No duke to tuck her up in her bed, no queen mother by her side. She's got 4 wee wains and Scottish blood in her veins. Wee Rosie, the queen of the Clyde. So long live wee Rosie, long live wee Rosie, long live wee Rosie, Glasgow's lovely queen. She's no a dumbbell, you know what I mean. By jing, she fairly went her mile when she was 17. By jing, she fairly went her mile when she was 17.
Una McLean, especially for the gruesome twosome, who requested that on Thursday and I couldn't find it, and I've found it now. So that's gone on to our database as well for future reference. Grand wee tune that, and I've never heard it before actually until I played it over to see what it was all about. Una McLean, and Una McLean I believe is still alive and kicking, and probably about 90 I think, or 91, something of that age. Star of Scottish television for many years, and the theatre, and you name it. Una McLean, a great name to conjure with. Right, as I said, before I go any further, I will wish Irene Watson a happy birthday. Irene in Aberdeen, a happy birthday for Thursday from Joyce and Kenny from Turriff, or Turra. So that's for Irene Watson, happy birthday, and that is from Joyce Beaton and Kenny up there in Turriff. Right, on to the next request, which is actually a multi-request, because quite a number of you have asked for anything from Bill Ewan's new CD, your choice. And from Sarah Horn, she says, for everyone, might be playing out with long lost family, but I can catch up later. So Sarah, thanks for that, and these were your photographs that we were playing just a minute ago, and others that have asked, Fred Atkinson asked for something from the new Bill Ewan CD, which I'll give a wee plug to. And if you want to get your hands on it, you can contact Bill or you can contact Ewan, and they'll handle it for you and get it out to you. And it's a cracker. It's 20 tracks, and it's a lockdown CD. All the things that he was doing during the lockdown, and we convinced him, or Ewan convinced him to make a CD. So that's Bill's CD, and I'm going to play a track from it. I'm just looking to see who else. There was quite a number of you sent in messages saying, could you play something from Bill Ewan's new CD. So here from Bill Ewan's new CD, I've picked out this track because I particularly like this track. I like all of the tracks, but I particularly like this track, and it shows great dexterity and his wonderful ability on the piano. And it's actually called, it comes from the lockdown sessions, as the CD is called, and it's the Jungle Box Rag. Yes, super wee rag there from Bill Ewan from his Bill Ewan's Lockdown Sessions CD, which has just been released, and that was called the Jungle Box Rag. If you want to get a copy, get in touch with Ewan or get in touch with Bill, and they'll help you out. I think Fred Atkinson says Bill has been busy at the Grove studio sending out his new CD. So Bill's been across at Ewan's and they've been packing CDs and sending. So he's been. I think maybe he was doing that outside in the sunshine, and I think Jean was there to help him. I may be wrong in saying all of that, but John Caskey says Bill Ewan, lovely playing, Bill. Love the left hand work. We'll get my copy ordered later tonight. Good, John. Wishing you every success with the CD, Bill. And that's from John Caskey. Good. Right. What we got up next? A message from, let's see, Esme Galbraith. And she just says, dedication. My good friend Liz Gifford in Lerwick on her birthday. I think Liz's birthday, was yesterday. And that's Alan and Liz Gifford, Alan the fiddle player and teacher up there in Lerwick. And I think the birthday was yesterday. The reason I'm saying that is because when I produced Gordon's Cayley the other day, there was a dedication for Liz for Saturday in that. So I think her birthday was yesterday. So congratulations on your birthday, Liz. Happy birthday. And I hope that the two of you are well indeed. I'm going to play something obviously quite Shetlandish. It's the Willie Hunter two-step, and it comes from Ian McPhail and the band. McPhail in the band there with the Willie Hunter two-step, and that went out for Liz Gifford's birthday, which I think was yesterday, and it came from her very good friend Esme Galbraith. Right, can you please play The Rose of Allendale for Wilma Christie in Perth, Western Australia? Perth, Western Australia, yes. From Kathleen and John in Portnocky. Thanks. Yes, indeed I can. Now, I don't know which version you were after, but here is a slow version, the way that I think it was originally meant to be before they brought it into March time. But here's a slow version, and it's yours truly doing it.
The sky was clear, the morn was fair, not a breath came over the sea. When Mary left her highland home and wandered forth with me, though flowers decked the mountainside and fragrance filled the vale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. Sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. Where'er I wander east or west, and fate began to lure, a solace still was she to me in sorrow's lonely hour. Though tempest wrecked my lonely bark and may rend a quivering sail, one maiden warm withstood the storm. 'Twas the rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. Sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale. And when my feeble lips were parched on Africa's burning sands, she whispered hopes of happiness and tales of foreign lands. My life has been a wilderness, unblessed by fortune's gales. Had fate not linked my lot to her, sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, sweet rose of Allendale, by far the sweetest flower there was the rose of Allendale.
And that was Rose of Allendale. And that was going out to, let's see, who did it go out to? I can't even remember. My head's mince tonight because of all the heat and all the problems that we've had in the afternoon and still having by the look of it. Anyway, not to worry. We shall fix it in due course. Right, a couple of tracks back to back here because I'm going to incorporate a couple of messages. I've got a message here from, let's see, yes, wee Annie up in Shetland, and she says, for all the Radio GH family, and especially her pupil's mum, that's Colin Dewar's mum, that's Margaret, who she hopes is listening. Well, I hope you are listening, Margaret, and I hope that you're improving, shall we say. That's the best I think that we can hope for, that you see some improvement and your quality of life is getting better. And we're all thinking about you. I can assure you we are all thinking about you. Right, so for Margaret, I'm going to play a Colin Dewar track, obviously, and wee Annie has asked for any two-step, so we're going to have Out at the Meadowbank Inn. But immediately following that, we're going to have oh, here we go. I can never get the word inimitable first time for some reason. Inimitable Derek. Which is for Sheila Bain and the gang up there, Sheila and Billy, the gruesome twosome. I suppose they are the gruesome twosome, but by another name, the Dandy Dancers. Yes, the Dandy Dancers up in Aberdeen, and Sheila's asked for the inimitable Derek by Colin Dewar. So I'm going to play them back to back, especially for the two, Margaret Dewar, Colin's mum. It's going to have a two-step first, and then we'll have the inimitable Derek by Colin Dewar for the Dandy Dancers. So here comes Colin Dewar.
John the Prof here. You're listening to Radio GH, worldwide on the internet.
That was Colin Dewar and his band, and that was the inimitable Derek. that was played for Sheila Bain and Billy up there in Aberdeen. Once again, we're going to play another request here, and it comes from Donald Todd in Musselburgh. Donald, can you please play something from Dick Black? Yes, of course we can, Donald, especially for you. We're going to take you on a wee trip, so get your bags packed, get us all ready, and we're going on a trip to Bavaria with Dick Black.
The Scottish Shindig with Derek Hamilton.
And that was Dick Black playing A Trip to Bavaria, especially for Donald Todd in Musselburgh. Donald, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you're keeping well, sir, and hope we'll get to see you sometime in the not too distant future at some of these gigs. Right, Ian Powrie, Waltzing Matilda, dedication, all my friends in Scottish music. And that comes from the one and only Ian Lees. Ian, it's a pleasure to play this because it is a smashing track. And I'll add to that all of your friends, but all of our friends, and especially in Down Underland. Here's Waltzing Matilda from Ian Powrie. Yeah. Well, there you go. That was Ian Powery and Friends, and they were playing a souped-up version, shall we say, of Waltzing Matilda, especially for Ian Lees. Ian, I hope you're keeping well, sir, and we need to have a wee chat sometime and a wee blather just to cheer each other up. Right, we'll do that in due course. What's next? Let's see. Oh yes, I've got Eriskay Lilt up, and this is for Margaret Young actually. She doesn't know it's Eriskay Lilt, of course, or Eriskay Lilt, but she has asked for. She just says, "Hi Derek, Ian McDougall would like to wish his brother Grant a happy birthday for Wednesday. Could you please play the Sky Glen Waltz? Thanks, Margaret Young." Okay, so here, Margaret, for Grant, from Ian, is the Sky Glen the Sky Glen Waltz. And it comes from Eriskay Lilt, Don MacDonald. And that was Eriskay Lilt, and they called that the Sky Glen Waltz, right? And that was for Margaret Young, asked for that from Ian McDougall to Grant, whose birthday is on Wednesday. Right, Somebody having a birthday today. I am reliably informed by my informant across in Dunbar, and that's David. David across in Dunbar. And the Boltons are listening in as well, and they did ask for something off the Bill Ewan CD, which I played earlier. But David tells me that today is Roy Henry's birthday, so for Roy Henry's birthday I'll play a Roy Henry track, and here's Hooligan's Jig. That was Roy Henry with Houlihan's Jig. And since it's Roy's birthday today, we'll wish him happy birthday from everybody here at Radio GH. Right, what else have we got? Yes, you'll probably see the streamer running along the bottom there, a ticker running along the bottom telling you that we are having problems on Radio GH on the internet. The Radio GH channel on the internet is not working. And I'm just going to try again, and no, it's still just connecting. We're having problems. I've contacted the streaming supplier to see if there's anything they can do for us. But in the meantime, you're just going to have to put up with it on the other streaming services. And hopefully, by the time the repeat comes out tonight at 9 o'clock, it'll be back on, hopefully. But we shall see. Anyway, we'll do our best. We are constantly doing our best to try and bring you 24/7 music here on Radio... Oh dear. On Radio GH. I think we're going to have to change the name. Anyway, there we go. Right, what we got? Oh yes, I must say that Bill Ewan was across at, I said earlier, he was across at Ewan's at the East Studios this afternoon, and they were sorting out the CDs and packing and posting. And of course, you probably all know that marketing assistant, he used to be marketing manager. In fact, he was marketing director at one time, but he's worked his way down through the ranks, and that's Fred Atkinson. Fred has become marketing assistant, and I'm not too sure if he'll even get the title of marketing. It might just be assistant or general dog's body from now on in, because his job is at risk, because Bill has done a great job of packing. Well, there we go. I'm glad to hear that. Good, Bill. Well done, and good luck with the CD. I hope it goes well for you. And I should have said at the very beginning that Bill's CD, once the costs have been paid, all of the money is going to charity, and I think it's the British Heart Foundation. It's going to Heart Charity anyway. Bill has nominated that, so all of the money is going to charity after costs are paid, and I think basically I think they've got enough sales so far to pay the costs, so everything else is going to charity. Great stuff, Bill, and it is a super CD. I advise you strongly to buy it, because the marketing manager as was, director as was, assistant as was, and whatever he is as is, hasn't even mentioned it. Anyway, let's get on with the music. I'm going to play a Robert McLeod track, because I'll tell you why I'm going to play this, because Val Butterworth, she sends a message and she says, sounds as though you've had a very frustrating afternoon, Derek. Frustrating's no the word, I'm telling you, it's been murder. Anyway, you should play yourself a favourite track. I am just going to do that, Val, and thanks very much for that. That's very kind of you to allow me to do that. I'm going to play a Robert McLeod track from the Isle of Mull, Tobermory itself, Robert, and here he is with it's a set of reels, and it features the fiddle as well. So here is Robert McLeod with a set of reels. Robert McLeod in the band, and that was a wee set of reels there just for them to show off, I suppose. It was absolutely magic, and thanks very much for allowing me to play that, and that was really nice. Anyway, I enjoyed that, and it helps to calm you down. Yes, that came from Val Butterworth. Thanks very much, Val. Right, what else have we got here? Right, I'm going to play a track now. Yes, I'm going to say hello to Sally Logan. Sally sent me a postcard just the other day. She moved away from Galston, just a couple of weeks, 3 weeks ago or so, and she's moved up to Aberdeenshire, and she's up near Scott and Susan, and Scott and Susan, of course, are expecting their first baby in September. So Granny, I don't know whether she'll be Granny, Nana, or what she'll be, but Sally is well versed in looking after kids. She was a nanny for quite a long time with kids around here in Galston, and in the latter years when they weren't performing so much. And she's moved up to Aberdeen, and I know she'll be settling in beautifully up there in Aberdeen. So here's young Scott Gordon, to play for you, Sally, and I hope things are going well for you and you're enjoying yourself up in Aberdeen. And here is Scott to play, let's see, what's he playing? Oh, aye, of course he is. He's playing a couple of 2/4 marches. And that was Scott Gordon, and that was a wee set of 2/4 marches there. Great stuff, and that comes from his, I think, his only album, which was recorded here at Brian's Room. Well, that was a few years back with the Ian Muir sound. Right, here we go. Here we go. What are we doing next? Yes, I think it's about time we had a wee sing song. So here's the Tartan Lads and Donald Todd. If you've got your singing voice on, you can sing at the pitch of your voice to these. You'll know every one of them. Here is the Tartan Lads with a wee medley of songs to sing along to.
All the wanderlust is on me, for tonight I strike the trail, and the morning sun will find me in that lovely Lomond Vale. Oh, I will hike it through Glenfallow, where the mountain breezes blow, and we'll draw Then swing along to a hiking song and the highway winding west, tramping Highland glens and bracken bends to meet the isles we love the best. And it's here's to the hills, and here's to the heather, and here's to bonny Mary of Argyle. Here's to the hills, and here's to the heather, and here's to every lassie with a smile. Here's to my folk wherever they may be, and here's to every friend of mine I'll walk across the sea. So fill up your glasses, we'll all drink together to the land of the hills and heather. Come along, let us put it out together. Come along, be it fair or stormy weather, with the hills of home before us and the purple o' the heather. But sing a happy chorus, come along. So gaily sing the lad, and the sky is all awake with the promise of the day, and the road we gladly take. So it's heel and toe and forward, bidding farewell to the town, and a welcome out of waits as the sun goes down. Come along, let us put it out together. Come along, be it fair or stormy weather, with the hills of home before us and the purple o' the heather. But sing a happy chorus, come along.
Hello, John the Prof here. You're listening to Radio GH, worldwide on the internet.
And that was especially for George Mackay in Kirkfield Bank. And he asked for something by Janet Graham and the band, and that was a wee set of sing-along slow foxtrots. So if you were dancing, you would be doing either a slow foxtrot, or you could have been doing whatever. Any of these wee sequence dances that are slow foxtrots, you could have been doing. But at the same time, you could have been singing a wee song, because they were all well-known wee country numbers. Right, what we got next? Let's see. We've got, here's a wee... Hi, let's see, that's Janet Graham, and that was for George Mackay. Right, hi Derek, any chance of playing Sarah's Waltz by Max Huliston? And that comes from Jimmy Little, the Moody player. Jimmy, I hope it's going well for you, and you're keeping well down there in Englandshire, just south of the border, or as Robert Whitehead would say, south of the Scottish border, but north of Hadrian's Wall. Yes, well, Jimmy's down that way as well. So, Jimmy, for you, here's Max Huliston, and he's playing his own composition named after his niece, and it's, I think it was Billy's daughter, actually, Sarah. A lovely wee waltz, this, I must say. This is one of my favourite wee waltzes. Sarah by Max Huliston for Jimmy Little.
And Simon.
You're listening to the Scottish Shindig
On Radio DH.
with Derek Hamilton.
Yes, that was the Irvine Valley Scottish dance band there. And in case anybody's wondering, the Irvine Valley Scottish dance band is me. Well, anyway, it's kind of me, yes. Someday I'll explain it all. I was saying to you the other day, I'll have to make a video of how it was all done. But I did 4 albums for the Canadian market, actually, of Scottish country dances. One of them was special length country dances, as asked for by the dance teachers of the world. They sent in the requests for 7x32s and 10x32s and you name it, all sorts of things that they use in their teaching sessions. And I did that. That was volume 3, Teacher's Choice it was called. And then the others were just dances, and that was actually, well, you would recognise that dance surely, Ian Powery's Farewell to Auchterarder, and that was, as I say, the Irvine Valley Sound playing that. Right, it's me again, I'm afraid, folks, because Gloria Hayhurst has said, Derek, a nice wee tune. Oh no, Gloria said a nice wee tune. Well, that was a nice wee tune for Gloria, hopefully. And then it says, Derek, can you sing After All These Years? From May Ritchie. May, for you and everybody else, here's After All These Years. Somewhere.
My darling, come to me. Sit you down easily and rest a while near the soft firelight, cold as the night, but warm as my heart with pride. Having you by my side, you're still my guiding light. After all these years, your soft, assuring ways, the rock I lean on, saw me through my darkest days, when all hope had gone. You're still the only one I'll ever hold near, and I love you after all these years. Time for me passes on, and I'm growing old. A lifetime nearly gone, I cannot unfold. Nights dark and cold, but warm as your hand in mine. Feeble with ageless time, the light of love still shines. After all these years, your soft, assuring ways, the rock I lean on, saw me through my darkest days, when all hope had gone. You're still the only one I'll ever hold near, and I love you after all these years. I'll still love you after all these years.
Yeah, especially for me, Richie, that was After All These Years. Foster and Allen thing, wasn't it? They did it. I think they had the kind of hit of it. I certainly didn't, that's for sure. Anyway, what's next? I think it's maybe time we got back to a wee bit of Teuchter. and we'll go to Australia actually, via Shetland, via West Lothian, West Lothian. I think Graham Edwardson, it's Graham Edwardson's band that's up next, and Graham I think is still domiciled in Australia, but was in Shetland when he made this album, and here he is with a set of jigs. Graham Edwardson.
You're listening to the Scottish Shindig on Radio GH with Derek Hamilton.
And that was Bobby Crow and his band, and they were playing a set of obviously reels. I'm not too sure what the... Oh, yeah, it was the Triumph, that's right. The reel, the Triumph. And that was especially for the boss himself, who asked if I could play a set from Bobby Crow and the band. And that was for Ewan. So, there we go. That's Bobby Crow and the Triumph. Right, Elizabeth Bolton has said, can you, Derek, have you got Mike Gill and the Sleeping Warrior? Not the one with the pipes. Yes, I have indeed. I've got both of them because they're both on an album called Heading Home, I think it is, yes. And it's the version without the pipes. That was the original version he did in his wee studio at Kilmarnock. And I don't know, excuse me, I don't know why that never really made it into the charts, because it's that kind of number, I'm afraid. It really is. It's worth being in the charts. So here's the original version of The Sleeping Warrior for Elizabeth Bolton. And that was Mike Gill with The Sleeping Warrior, his own composition. And that was the version on his Heading Home album without the pipes, especially for Elizabeth Bolton. Thanks for asking for that, Elizabeth. Good track, that. It's a good... Most folk play that as a modern waltz, but in fact, Mike wrote it as a 4/4 there, you can hear that. And it does well in both genres, I'm sure. Right, next up, I'm going to play Wade's Welcome to Inverness. And this comes from an album it's the album is well, it's a John Crawford album, and it's called Something to Perfection. Yes, it's it really is piping on the box basically, but it's Jim Crawford this time, and it's a set of Wade's Welcome to Inverness. And that was Jim Crawford, the late Jim Crawford, and he was playing the Wade's Welcome to Inverness, and the second tune, wasn't he? Anyway, it's from an album called Matured to Perfection, and it certainly was. He was matured to perfection, no doubt about that. The Crawford brothers were something else. Right, Grant, I think it was Grant McDougall that asked for this next track. So here is John Caskey to sing Bonnie Kirkle Bay.
On summer's day, on a first Kirkle Bay, the beauty of what's seen on everywhere. There is magic, there is mystery, there is friendship all around, and the world that I've never ever met. Kirkwall Bay, oh Bonnie Kirkwall Bay, friends all standing on the shore. She'll always shed a tear when the boat is drawing near. What's great to be back home in Kirkwall Bay. Done the tale, I would tell you for a while. Living nights and singing, fiddling everywhere. Madness all the while, to the music's happy sound. It's an echo that you see on Kirkwall Bay. Kirkwall Bay, oh Bonnie Kirkwall Bay. Friends all standing on the shore. Yes, I'll always shed a tear when the boat is drawing near. Always great to be back home in Kirkwall Bay. It was on the summer's day when I first saw Kirkwall Bay, the beauty of the sea I'll never forget. there was friendship all around, and the world that I never ever met. Kirkwall Bay, oh honey, Kirkwall Bay, friends all standing on the shore. Yes, you'll always shed a tear, but your boat is drawing near. Always good to be back home in Kirkwall Bay. Yes, it's great to be back home in Kirkwall Bay.
And that's John Caskey with Kirkwall Bay, and that was asked for by Grant McDougall. Right, I'm going to take a wee bit of, I suppose, pride coming up, because the next item is actually, you'll recognise it instantly. It is the Ewan Galloway polka, played by Ian. And his quartet there. You probably remember that from Ewan's birthday, and that was a polka composed by Ian MacPhail especially for Ewan's birthday, and it was called the Ewan Galloway Polka. Right, we're quite proud of these things. In fact, we'll probably play something before the end of the programme that we're really proud in. And meantime, I'm going to play Jim MacLeod, because I'm going to slow things down a wee bit, and it's time we had a Gaelic waltz, because lots of folk ask for Gaelic waltzes, and we'll have a Gaelic waltz from Jim MacLeod and the band. Here they are. A pretty old scratchy recording of Jim MacLeod and his band there, but a smashing set of Gallic waltzes. Ending up with lovely Stornoway. Yes, beautiful stuff. And I think I might die before the end of the programme with that cough. It's not the coughing that carries you off, it's the coughing that carry you off. And yes, I know. Anyway, I was just thinking to myself there, and that's a dangerous pastime, is Derek thinking. It's almost as dangerous as the wife thinking, actually. Come to think of it. Anyway, I should be saying hello to folk like Robert Dixon, who are regular listeners. Hello, Robert. Hope you're doing well, and hope it's not too warm for you down there in Langham. And probably you had a nice afternoon this afternoon. I believe the Bon Accords were your favourite band. They were playing in the club. Am I right? I think they were. So hopefully you had a nice afternoon at the club with the Bon Accords. And I think they've got, they're having an open day at Gretna Accordion Club. I think Gretna Accordion Club's having an open day. Is it the 2nd of August? It's the Sunday of that weekend anyway, the first weekend in August. It's either the 1st or the 2nd. I can't remember the date, and I can't be bothered looking it up in the calendar. Just because I can't be bothered, it's the only reason. Anyway, they're having an open day, and I think all is welcome because it's quite a big venue, and I think they may be able to practice the social distancing rules fairly well. Anyway, that's in Gretna Accordion Club, and I think it's the first weekend in August, whatever the Sunday is. It's a Sunday afternoon. I think it starts at 2 o'clock. Right, I've got up on the turntable now. I was thinking if Ewan is there and having a look, what's this dinging here? Dedications, 2nd of August. Oh, thanks, Susan. It's the 2nd of August for the Gretna Accordion Club Open Day. 2nd of August. Thank you, Susan. Much obliged. Thank you, dear. Right, I was just thinking, as I say, a dangerous pastime, but I was thinking, Radio GH is not on air because we haven't decided what we can do about getting it on air at the moment. I think genuinely it's something to do with the streaming service, and I've got a message out to them. But being a Sunday, they're maybe out the back door having sunshine and barbecues and God knows what all, and quite rightly too they are. So we'll see what we can do. But I was thinking, this dangerous pastime I've got, thinking. I was thinking that maybe we should maybe go on a wee bit longer than the 9 o'clock, the 8 o'clock finish. And I wondered maybe if Ewan Galloway was there, hanging about, doing no very much, he might like to join me. But anyway, I'll see what he thinks. He'll maybe come back to me on that. Anyway, I'm going to continue with a piece of music from the Ballochmyle Ceilidh Band. And this time it's the Ballochmyle Ceilidh Band, and they're playing Boswell Castle and another tune, which I'll get in a minute. But it starts with Boswell Castle anyway. I hate to interrupt the Ballochmyle Ceilidh Band, but I'm just looking at some of the comments here. By God, we can't half start arguments on this programme. It's Sunday the 1st of August or the 2nd of August. Somebody says it's the 4th. No, a dear. It's answers on a postcard, but I'm not giving prizes this time. It's too easy to look it up. In case you're wondering, it is definitely the 1st of August. Our secretary failed again. I tell you, you and Fred are really gone downhill in this company of ours, I must say. Anyway, this is the Skycrofters. That was the Ballochmyle Ceilidh Band with, my phone's ringing. I better play a track and answer the phone. That'll be the boss that's on. I'll be getting my books as well here. I couldn't care less, to be honest. Right now, I'll be quite happy. Anyway, I'm going to continue with Alan Gardner. What time is it? 7:58. Oh, we've got 2 minutes left of the... No, we haven't. We've got more than that. Because I don't have to switch over to Radio GH because it's off of the air. And there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. Absolutely nothing. It says connecting. Well, too bad it's not connecting. Anyway, here's Alan Gardner and it's the Dashing White Sergeant. Well, look who's here.
That's loud. Da, dun, dun, da.
Oh, how you doing?
I've came to fix your problems.
Aye, I have actually. I actually remembered to switch off the echo cancellation or switch it on or whatever. You've come to fix the problems. What's these problems?
I don't know if that'll work or we need something bigger. That's the nearest thing I've got.
Aye, dear, it's terrible. It says Tiger got any ideas? No.
He's sleeping on the sofa right now with Mum. Well, Mum's not sleeping, but Tiger is.
Well, of course he would be, of course, wouldn't he? Anyway, let's see the 2 years, can we? Oh, there we are.
Susan there says that the Sonus is on.
Sonus is on? Oh, really?
What's it playing? Is it playing us or is it playing something else?
Is it playing us just now, Susan? Susan, you can answer this quite sensibly.
Yes, Donny Douglas to fix it.
Oh dear, aye, exactly. Aye. So Sonus is on, is it?
I know it's playing the next show. I know what's happened there. It's when we were on, it was blank hours.
Aye, right. It was. Oh no! Well, how's that? How is it playing? I mean, I don't. I'm can I get to the grips with this? Because if it's playing the next show on Sonus, why is it not playing it on the net? Because it's the same link.
Yeah.
Come on, answers on I tell you what, there'll be a bloody good prize going for this.
That's the competition this week. Yeah.
That's the competition. Well, I tell you, I will. I don't know whether wee Annie's still about, but she's put forward a proposal here. So wee Annie Smith has said, "Thanks for playing my pupil. He's fair improving with my determined tuition. Seems you have had a very harassing afternoon. Now, I'm the least techie person in the world, but it seems to me the programme is online through Facebook, etc., and it's just the Radio GH piece that's no working. So, can you no uninstall Radio GH, then reinstall it, or does that FF thing totally?"
That FF things effing totally is the answer. In fact, the only way you can uninstall it is to unplug me and Derek and plug us back in. Ian McLaren says the website's now playing, but what I'm getting on the website is this here, and you'll notice there's no player button. So I don't know if you can see the player button or not, Ian. That would be good to know. Obviously, if you click into the Radio GH button at the bottom, it brings you to this page. If I can share that one. And that page seems to be working, but our wee player button on the website doesn't seem to be working. That one works, but you can maybe let us know. But yeah, wee Annie, that's not helpful. But thank you.
Has wee Annie ever been helpful? I mean, why change the habit a lifetime? Let's face it.
Well, she helped me stand up at the bar one day, but that was about it.
Oh, James. Oh, dear.
She was on the sliders. You should have seen her and old Rickety Ross.
Is that right? Was it serious? Yeah. Was it?
Ian's listening via Alicia. So
right.
Ian will be getting the next show, which is on.
Aye, which is Highland Fling.
Which is the Not the Shindig show.
No, that's not the Shindig show. As Jim Johnson used to say, and the first tune is the Athol Highlanders, and the second one, isn't he?
That sounds like, yeah.
So obviously, if you're listening on these other things like Alicia, whatever it's called, or Sonus, you're getting Highland Fling at the moment, which is Highland Fling number 171 by John the Prof Matheson. That's what you should be getting at the moment, because that is actually being scheduled from here on the computer that runs 24 hours a day and burns electricity like it's going out of fashion. And causes heat in here. I mean, the temperature's sitting here at 29 degrees at the moment. It's 29 degrees, and the windows are open, and the folk out of the back door are saying to the folk next door, "What's that racket coming from that house next door?"
Turn it up louder. Education.
There's education. There's smoke rising.
I'm just looking at the website here, and I think we might be onto something with wee Annie Smith about that player button. I think she's got something to do with it.
It could be. I mean, it could be a trow thing, or I mean, it could be anything really. I mean, we have. To be fair, I have exhausted the extent of my brain, which isn't that great, but I've exhausted the extension.
Extension? Have you got an extension in your brain?
I'm needing one now, I can tell. Well, I could get an extension on the top as well. That might be an idea. Anyway, no, I have racked my brains all during the programme as well, trying to think why. I mean, I just don't get to grips with it, because it can't be the router. The router is working fine because it's putting out the stuff onto other things. And let's face it, Alicia and Sonus are using the internet to get their information. It's no coming through the ether or through the air or flying in the back of a plane or whatever. It's coming through the internet. So I don't get the thing and there's only one address. There's only one address. I mean, I'm saying all these things, hoping that somebody out there and listening knows what we're talking about, because we don't.
I think I've just found the issue.
Oh, we hadn't paid the bills.
Is that what I think it is?
What?
I just went on to the. I'm sure that is 26. I've just went onto the website. We've been taken over by wee Annie.
Oh, is that what it is?
Aye, the Trow takeover. Look, she's posted a picture of herself over the player at Asta Golf Course. What's she doing there?
So...
She's over the website. She's hijacked it. It's her fault.
That's the golf course. Aye, that's her place. Good grief. Annie.
Put it back to how it was.
Dear. Does Tiger care about this?
I think I might have to wake him up and tell him.
I think you might have to wake him up and put him on a plane and get him up to Shetland. Where is he?
Tam, the Trow's got the play button. There's a kind reward of a John Stewart CD for anyone that can return our play button for us, please. We'd be grateful for it, and we'll reward you with a CD.
That's a great idea.
There's Simon here trying to sell big tissues.
The issue, the big issue.
I sell big tissues. What's that all about?
Exactly. Aye. I was going to say, when you offered to give a CD away, we could give you a box of them if we get the right answer.
If they return our player button, they can have a box of them.
They can have a box, aye, exactly. No, an accordion box, like just a box of CDs. I don't know.
It could be this gentleman responsible in the corner. Bean. He moved in last week, and it's all went downhill since then.
I need to move you to the other side here. How do I? Yeah, that's better. So that
I'm getting dizzy here. Oh,
I know. It's so that when I'm looking that way, the opposite way, I'm looking at you.
Wait, now if I'm looking that way, I'm looking.
I know. It's your fault. Anyway,
people will be wondering what I'm doing, looking at them through the door. Hello.
You want to play a bit of music and stop this monotony?
Aye.
Yeah, I'll nip it. Oh, that's that side. I'll nip across to the drum kit.
Well, actually, coincidentally, when Bill was here tonight, he asked me what make of keyboard you had in your studio. And I had to explain a wee bit about it.
Oh dear.
So there you go. I think you should change it to Hawaiian Beach and then go on your holidays for the next 5 or 10 minutes.
You think I should do that?
That might be a bit more relaxing.
Well, I mean, I can. Oh, sorry. I can do that. No problem. If I can find the right button. Where are we? Here we are. Yes, I can. What would you like? Where would you like me to go?
Anywhere nice and warm would be lovely.
There we go. How's that? That could be.
That's lovely there, yes. This isn't maybe the right music for Fife, is it?
Oh dear. Oh. That's better.
That looks
close to Hawaiian. Somewhere. It's somewhere in the. I tell you what, I could nip out the back door. That's me in the garden.
There was a wee cooper who lived in Fife. Nickety-nackety-noo-noo-noo. He had
That's it.
gotten a gentle wife. Hey, willy wallity, hey, John Dougal Lane, Farushity, roo-roo-roo.
Did you understand that? Because I didn't.
No,
I think he was asking for a fiver.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a fifer. Sorry, a fifer.
A fifer, yes, a fifer, no a fiver, a fifer. Aye.
Was it?
Well, I don't know. Seriously, we're not getting any answers here. But anyway, well, I really don't. We'll have to have a look at it anyway. Or I shall spend the next 3 hours having a look at it and seeing what I can come up with. I'm not surprised we haven't had an answer from our supplier of service, because it's Sunday, it's a beautiful day, and probably, to be fair to the folk, they're doing other things, you know.
Well, I think Radio GH should be the top of their list of prioritised customers.
Maybe it should.
It's wee Annie, I'm telling you.
Oh, aye. Could be. She's not really come back with anything.
Well, she's been mucking up my plate live for the last 2 hours too, because it's not been doing what it's supposed to do.
That's terrible. Well,
Susan says that we need help. I think it's her that needs help. She was drinking at 9 o'clock this morning. She said that the washing machine was speaking, and it was you.
I know.
Does your washing machine speak?
Have you seen this?
I pushed the button on my washing machine before, and it went da dum. Bought it at that shop that Simon delivers the stuff to.
Oh, aye. Yes, aye. Used to be a lemonade factory in Cumnock, called the same, or Auchinleck. Just put that in for local knowledge, folks, if you're interested. I don't know why the camera's up here. I keep looking at other things. The camera's up here. Hello, how you doing? No, I keep looking at the messages are across here.
I think it's the glare you're getting from the beach behind you.
It's the glare. Aye, that's because I haven't got lights on. It's only coming off the monitors, the two monitors. Or the infrared heaters are there today. Anyway, we maybe better play a track or two and stop all this silly nonsense. Just seen a guilty-looking swan flying by.
I've got a friend in here. He's up here.
And
this is actually a gentleman that's walked down from Aberdeen today. And here's the competition. If you guess the name of the track, you win a prize. He's getting the curry ready for Friday night.
Oh dear. I mean, somebody asked today if Bill had recorded that particular track on his lockdown sessions.
He has.
Oh, he has?
He has, yeah. But I can't remember when, because he's done so many.
But it's not
on his CD.
No,
it's on his. Maybe that's volume 2 for Christmas.
Oh, thank God for that.
I need a break after posting. He's actually doing really well. 140 CDs gone
already.
140 CDs on gone. So he's halfway through what we've got. So he's doing really well, and I think he'll be tired tonight for doing all the packaging. Fred just sat there and watched him.
Well, I'm not surprised at that. I mean, what surprises you about that? I mean, Fred just is.
This is another version of a trow, Helen says.
Oh, all right.
I recognise that trow.
Right. There you go. I think maybe she was referring to the trout earlier. Oh, what's that? What's that saying? The phone is saying something here. Let's have a look.
That was Fred messaging you.
Oh, Fred.
Probably.
Fred.
That's an email from Internet Radio UK saying, we're terribly sorry, but we were tuned in whilst you were speaking about us there and we've fixed it. Here's something from Dorothy. Check the JavaScript. I can't even say it. JavaScript drivers and firewall. Could be anything, to be honest.
Yes.
Well, you still got them 2 Jaguars in your garage from Bill Stephen?
Yes, I have. I've still got the 2 Jaguars. I can't afford to run them. The price of petrol and diesel is horrendous here now. We've got, hang on, we've got messages here. Loads of messages. What's Angeletics saying? Oh, God. Angeletics. Ha, ha, ha. It was well worth a try to sort you two out. P.S. I'm TT and you. Hey, I'll have you Ken. Oh, we ken that, Annie, but that doesn't make any difference. And the fact you're TT doesn't make any difference.
That's a cider, is it not?
Well, in fact, I must dig that out.
Code word, Timaru Trouse.
Timaru. Well, there you go. There's another message for her. She's hey, you pair. You will be if you didn't cut it out. Right.
I'm guessing there was a few. Beep,
there was. And I haven't got a button.
Oh, there's your phone going now too.
It's all go here. How do
Annie? How
do you answer this phone?
Well, if it's connected to the radio, there's no chance. It's your house phone that's ringing, no your mobile phone.
You want to laugh, it's Richard. Hey. Oh, he's gone. Hey, Richard. A message. I'll phone him back and I'll put him on the air. I'll phone him back and put him on the air.
Just while you're phoning him, here's one for wee Annie up there in Shetland.
Yeah, I have to sing you.
You'll need to put him on speakerphone.
He remembers the first time.
Daisy, Daisy, Annie, Annie. You've written a song about Annie, have you not?
I have,
I don't know where it is.
Let's see, where's Richard? Let's see if we can get Mr. Hughes. If he's not on somewhere else, let's see. Right, let's press that button and put him on speakerphone. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. This is the Outer Hebrides Broadcasting Corporation calling civilization.
Alistair. No, it's not Alistair, for goodness sake. Who do you think it is now? Oh, You're on air at the moment. Don't swear, Richard. Don't swear. You're on air. Well, there you go. So, Ewan wants a word. Here he comes.
Oh, how's the weather doing in Mong?
You've cut. He's away.
He's
still there. He's still there.
I don't think you'll hear what I'm saying because you held the phone to the microphone. You held the phone to the microphone.
I know. Well, why would I know?
How could he hear me?
Oh dear. No, Richard, we're actually having hell of a problems here on Radio GH. It's not working. And we're having a video call on YouTube at the moment, and the world's listening to us. So
that's what God said.
Richard, what are you saying, Richard?
I do apologise to anyone that heard me sing these words.
Bleep, bleep.
you're okay. You're not.
Every glen, red sky in the morning, the shepherd's warning. Doonray must have started leaking again.
I'm getting two conversations here. I'm struggling. Anyway, I'll give you a ring back later. Okay. All right, pal. Okay. No, you're all right. I'll give you a ring back.
Cheery bye. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. You've got headphones in, you can't hear anything but the
For
headphones.
farmers and crofters all over the Highlands, there's a high-pressure system to give them good cheer. But farmers and crofters are bad to please. It's always too wheat, too dry, or too dear.
Very true. Very true.
Oh.
Anyway, there we go.
There's quite a lot of comedy acts on this database, but we just have to find them. It takes a wee bit longer sometimes.
Aye.
Mind you, they're probably watching two right now. There's a all about the big F&B. The big F&B from Effin.
From Effin. Aye, that's right. Big F&B for Effin.
The Bantam Cock. Kids on the Range Laddydum. Have you not heard? The Bricklayers Sang.
Oh, the Bricklayers Sang. That's good. That's the Corries.
The Vicar and the Frog.
Oh, I hadn't heard that. Vicar and the Frog. I don't know.
We'll need to have a look at some of this.
I
realise this is going to go worldwide.
What's that? You realise it's going to go worldwide when you finish. What's going to go worldwide, Alec? Alec, explain.
Bill's already halfway there. We dropped him off on Mars on the way past.
It's going to go worldwide. What's going to go worldwide, Alec? Please, inform us.
We're waiting in anticipation.
We're waiting, yes. Actually, I don't like it sitting here. I would rather be back in the studio, to be honest.
I can change the colour of my t-shirt with the click of a button.
Yeah.
Let's have a blue t-shirt.
Oh, well, there you go. Very good.
Oh.
It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing what you can do, but you can't get a flaming wireless to work. Wow. You're new a wah.
I'm a wah.
Oh, dear. Yeah, heck. Anyway.
There's your studio, look. There's your drums over there and your keyboard over there.
Oh, that's what it is.
In your back garden now.
You've nicked them. Dear, oh dear. That's terrible.
There's the book on how to fix everything.
Well, that's yeah, I know, and you have to admit that everybody nowadays that comes on the telly has got a bookcase ahead of them, haven't they? You know, everybody has a bookcase, so I fancy having a bookcase. There we go. Right. Okay.
Very posh.
Oh, very, very posh. They've all got a big bookcase ahead of them to make them look. And I've actually thought it might be quite a nice idea to go in and Photoshop all the books with Playboy on the spines. When Boris comes on or somebody comes on, somebody official comes on with a bookcase ahead of them. Have you? I mean, you see, there are no bookcases like that. They're either oak panel bookcases or they're white shelf bookcases. And I thought it might be a nice idea just to Photoshop it and put Playboy down the spines.
There's Donald Todd. Donald, come and save us.
Donald, where's Donald? Oh, Donald, he's clapping. Donald's a fan. He's not going to criticise. He's a fan.
He'll fix it for us.
Playboy, Susan Power. Mm-hmm. You guys make great comics.
Susan's wondering if you go hire out the Playboy magazines.
Well, you never know. To make money.
What was it? GQ, Gentleman's Quarterly.
Oh, Port Mahomac's laughing. Port Mahomac hasn't laughed for such a long time. Port Mahomac, aye.
What's that about?
Gina. Well, we asked the question, we got the answers. So, can't be wrong. Aye. Well, I don't know. I think I think we should sign off and go and try and sort this mess out because it is a mess. But I don't know what we're going to do, to be honest. We might take Annie's advice in a kind of way, a kind of rounded way. We might be able to, I don't know.
Unplug ourselves.
Aye, somehow unplug.
Is that when you take headphones off, you just go, that's what we do, you know. And then on Tuesday or Wednesday, when the Daily Keelies, we plug ourselves and go, back to work again.
Exactly.
I feel like I'm living in this room just now. You'll be the same there, but at least you've got a couple of books you can read.
Aye, exactly. I can delve into the bookcase here. Wait to see if I can I reach one? No, I can't get to it. No.
So you put the bookcase too far back.
I have, aye. I'm just a great place, Portmahomack. That's Elaine Fraser says it's a great place, Portmahomack. I've passed through it in my days as a rep when I was repping out in the road, going up to Wick and Thurso and places like that. When I was one of the few reps that went up there in my trade at the time, very few reps went up there. And I mean, I have to be honest and say, in these days, the folk treated like a lord. You know, you were, and I remember getting invited to out to Watton, out in the middle of nowhere, getting invited out to Watton. In fact, I remember playing a gig up there, and we had digs out in the, I can't mind where it was, but it was a kind of fern place. And
I'm reading the comments here.
You're reading
I'm reading the comments here.
As I say, we had this gig, and the farmer announced that he'd only the 2 beds, and I can't mind what happened, but somebody slept in the barn. Somebody slept in the barn, and oh hi, it was Charlie. Charlie went out and slept in the barn, or the buyer, or somewhere outside. And oh no, it was Bill the drummer. Bill the drummer went out he said, "I'll sleep out in the byre. It's all right. There's straw and things." So he went out to the byre and slept. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, or 4 o'clock in the morning, there was a knock at the door, and there was Bill. He said, "Oh, I can't sleep out there. It's terrible. The coos, the smell of the guy's terrible. You had to let me in." So Big Charlie says, "Oh, I'll go out there. When you go, Bill, you go into my bed." So Charlie went away. And about 5 o'clock, there was a knock at the door, and I went to the door, and there's a coo standing there saying, "I can't stand the smell. Can you let me in?"
Sweet. See, there's still 109 people here.
I know.
You'd rather be here though, wouldn't you? Francie and Josie are great, eh? What an opportunity.
Yeah,
Francie. Here we go, here's the punchline.
With no regrets, cause we'd rather be here with you.
There you go. Or is it this one? Now, come on, Susan, put your clothes back on. It's not that song. You're thinking of the other one.
Oh, dear.
Hello there.
Hello there, players. How are you?
Hello there.
To make a new friend every day, all you do is stop and say hello there.
Hello there.
Hello
there. Francie and Josie are great. Simon says, Derek, sing us a song.
Sing us a song. Sing us a song. I don't sing.
A song you're wanting.
I'm looking bareback rider. Come on, sing us a song. No, I'm fucking telling the bareback rider. There is a punchline which I'll not do, but there you are.
Is it a bleep? Bleep, 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 bleep,
No, it's not actually a beep. It's just not kind of. It's not kind of PC at the moment.
Wait till we catch up with Richard.
Richard. Love Francine. Francine. Vida Brown says, love Francine and Josie. Then second comes Ewan and Derek. Dear. No, Francine and Josie were brilliant. Sure. Sure. Yes, sure. Sure, Josie. Sure.
What an opportunity.
Hi. Well, you know.
You're dancing on my toes.
Aye. Is your granny in? No, she's at her broth. Oh, well, I'll wait till she's finished.
They done all the big shows, didn't they?
Aye. Well, I mean, they had the television series. They were big stars. I mean, Ricky Francie was Ricky Francie. We were talking about Ricky Francie. He's a box player. Ricky Fulton. I think maybe that's where Ricky Francie. Incidentally, for all of you who know Ricky Francie, there's a good question. That may be a question for a future. I'll keep it to myself. There's a future competition in there. What is his real name? Ricky Francie. Anyway, we might have a few. Do you ken his real name, Ewan? No.
Ricky, yes, I think so.
You do.
For Francie and Josie.
No, Ricky Francie, the box player. No, Ricky Francie, the box player. You know, played Colin Finlayson and
John Renton.
His real name.
I thought that was his real name.
No, it's not. Ricky's not his real name. Anyway, I shall keep that for later. Maybe do a competition on that. See if we can answers we get. But Ricky's not his real name. That'll keep you in suspenders for a week.
No, you've got me.
No, if you don't know it, you don't know it. It's as simple.
No, and even on all the broadcasts, he was advertised.
It's always been Ricky, R-I-K-K-I, Ricky Francie. But I think that was a nickname he was given because he's quite Italian looking. He looked quite Italian when he was younger. Maybe I'm totally mistaken here, but it's just a way of getting folk a bad name, you know.
It's amazing what happens when you say it online. That's it.
Grant McDougall says Richard Francie. No, wrong. Ricky is nothing to do with it. His name isn't Ricky. It's no Richard Ricky or anything to do with Ricky. No, even Billericay. I'm too good for this program. I'm going away to read a book.
I was trying to find some of their lines, but
Donald Todd. No, Donald. No, it's no Richard. No, it's no. I'll maybe put you Robert Kerr. Who's Robert Kerr? Question mark. Susan Power. Robert Kerr. Well, there you go.
Is that not
his second name is Francie. I'll tell you that.
Is it definitely Francie?
His second name is Francie, but his first name isn't Ricky.
Well, no, I'm not going to say it on there. I was going to say another name for Richard.
Dick. No, it's not Dick either.
It's not Dick either. Then.
Oh dear.
You might as well you're going to have to put us all out of our
misery. Because it'll cost me a fortune in prizes if I don't. His name is Douglas Francie. Doogie. Douglas.
So why is he going under?
I don't know. That's maybe another competition question. Why is Douglas Francie called Ricky Francie? A good question. But all the folk Kenner did, unfortunately. But there you are.
Well, I'll go and speak kindly to the ones above and see if they can enlighten me.
Wee Gus might know. Wee Gus might ken why he's called. But then
Poor Gus is now going to get 96 people calling him tomorrow.
that spawns another question. What's Gus's real name?
Angus.
No, it's no. So anyway, there we go. Answer.
Are you really Derek Hamilton?
Well, as far as I know, yes.
Simon says it's Jim.
Jim. It isn't Jim, is it?
And his brother's called Jam.
I remember when I was an apprentice engineer, and my mate was called John Bowie, and he came from Salkits or Cowannon or somewhere down that way, and we won prizes, merit awards as apprentices because we were that good. I was a good apprentice, and we won merit awards, and you got a certificate, or you got a thing to take to the local tool store. The local hardware shop that sell tools and things, and you could buy a tool for your trade, So we were in the shop, and this boy that run the shop was very he was a kind of, I don't know how you describe him, but he was a kind of it was an old-fashioned ironmonger's shop, and he was an old-fashioned, not that old, but old-fashioned. And he spoke with a deep voice, very deep voice, and he was very polite when he spoke. And yes, boys, can I help you? And yes, and we got what we were looking for, and we handed over the tokens that we, to pay for the thing. And he looked at his token, and he says, "Mr. Bowie, it isn't Jim, is it?" Jim Bowie. You'll no understand that. Because Jim Bowie was a cowboy character, but anyway, there we go. It isn't Jim. According to Wiki, it's Jack Mulroy.
Jack Mulroy.
Jack Mulroy. That's Josie. No, that's Francie. Francie was Jack Mulroy. Aye, but
Ricky Fulton and Jack Mulroy.
Aye, correct. Ricky Fulton and Jack. But that's not what we're talking about, Susan. We're talking about Ricky Francie, who is an accordion player, who is the second box player with John Renton and with Colin Finlayson and people like that. That's who we're talking about. Keep up, Susan. Keep up. Grant. Oh, these are handmade. These are handmade shirts. These.
And that custom one that you had your initial sketched into as well.
Aye.
Shocking that.
£69 that cost me.
Oh.
Just initials put in it. The wee fella in Sri Lanka who kept communicating with me when I ordered it. I ordered a shirt to be handmade, and it turned out it was getting made in Sri Lanka. The boy sent me messages every week to tell me how he was getting on with it.
I have just sewed the button on.
And the best about it, when the shirt arrived, I must wear it one day. It's quite a nice shirt. But I bought one for, what do you call that place in Newcastle, the sports shop that's on the high street? What's his name? Green has it. What do you call the sports shop? Sports Direct. I don't want to give a plug for them, but I bought a shirt exactly the same. It cost me £5.
And it was the same shirt.
It was the same shirt, made with the same wee boy.
I think you got done.
That was the last year.
Well,
no, these shirts are straight from cotton. How do you call them? Cotton traders. Good shirts. Non-iron. Don't have to iron them. No.
My shirt was a gift from Daniel when he came back from deployment. And I quite like wearing it and walking about the high street in the shops because it scares people. Because on the other side, apart from my name, on this side it says Weapon Engineering Department.
Weapon Engineering Department. Aye. Well,
that's not enough for someone. People stay away from me. It's great. Oh. Susan says, "I'm Kylie the night I'm spinning around. Just need the sparkly hot pants." Oh, well, the website's still not working. Can you sew a new play button onto a web page? Onto the web page. I'll get my needle and thread out. Come on out, you come, Fred.
Go on, Fred.
Fix it. I think we Annie should be made to work till midnight tonight and fix the problem.
Aye, there's something causing it, and I don't know what it is.
And I still can't connect here. So
no, you're gonna. Strange thing was this afternoon, I managed to get Amanda's program started.
Yeah,
but it didn't stay on. Which, and I have to be honest and say, for since I did the upgrade, and this is maybe coming into play, since I did the upgrade last week, remember I did an upgrade?
With the router?
Yes.
Yeah.
Since I did the upgrade, I've had problems on my two computers, but no going out. I mean, it hasn't been a problem going out onto air. It's been fine. Because I have double checked with quite a number of folk on that topic. But on my own two computers, I've had problems with the radio station. So I don't know. It's an iffy question, but we're not on air, and that's a worry.
Can you still hear me?
Yes. Yep. Can you hear me?
My headphones have just died.
Really? What are you switched off?
Oh, you're back. I turned butt off. But
no
one will know what butt is when I'm saying I turned butt off.
No, they'll not care what that is.
The butt is connecting.
It's still connecting.
Yeah.
Just to explain, if anybody's interested, which I'm sure you know, but we use two systems in Radio GH. One system for all the recorded programs that go out on a regular hourly schedule or 2 hourly schedule. Everything's done in hour long periods, and the scheduler puts them out every hour. And if it's a 2 hour program, it jumps over the hour and plays the second hour and so forth. Right? Okay. So that goes out on the scheduler, and that goes out on one system and is fed to the internet and to our streaming provider, who we pay sweetly for. The other system is when we go live, we've each got a wee laptop that we have a thing called BUTT, B-U-T-T, which is a streaming service that overrides the other streaming service, although it all goes to the same streamer in the end, but it overrides the other one, and we click the button and we go automatically live. The live isn't working, the streamer isn't working, the scheduler isn't working, but we can't establish, although BUTT is working, but it's not putting it, it's not going to the appropriate place. We can record in BUTT. We can. I mean, I'm sitting looking at BUTT at the moment, and it's flashing up and down to the sound of my voice. When I stop speaking, it stops. So it's working, but it's not going out into the internet. So if there's any wizards out there who actually listen to us intently, they might like to tell us what they think. No. I didn't mean to say that. Tell us if you've got an answer to the problem. Don't tell us what you think, because thinking is a bad thing. No, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway, we've talked enough, and
I've got
you realise I'm going to have to edit this flaming show to get.
I'm just trying to get this to about the right size for you.
What's that?
I'm going to send you a book.
A book?
Aye, it's to go in your bookshelf.
To go in my bookshelf?
Behind you. And I'm hoping that it might have the answer in it.
Radio GH for Dummies. Oh, dear. Oh, God.
Imagine that. But for the listeners that didn't understand what Derek just said, that's all in there.
Oh, dear.
Honestly, though, it is. There's a lot of people that maybe don't quite understand the whole thing about how it's all put together and how it's done and everything that's involved in it. And there's a lot in it. And sometimes you'll get an email that'll say, "You're not on again." And it can be a wee bit frustrating, although we don't take it as frustrating because we know that you're just trying to help.
Who doesn't take it as frustrating? Who doesn't take? I get frustrated all the time when these folks.
If it isn't working, though, we'll just have to be patient and work with us.
Yes,
somehow.
Yeah, Amanda, don't shout at me. Don't shout. It's not my fault.
I said the show was 15 minutes late today. But hopefully if we get it fixed, you'll be able to hear them all during the week. There's Liam James Ganaw. I've done 3 years of ICT at college.
Oh, very good. Very good.
I like
Do you prefer to be called Liam or James? Liam, James.
I like iced cream teas.
Les Stevenson. You need
You need a volunteer computer tech. That's Derek.
Yes. And Les, you need a dictionary.
Right, where's Play It Live? Because this show's due to change.
Is it? Oh, you're Play It Live. You're testing that out, are you? You're testing
I'm using my weapon engineering skills to check it.
I mean, the boy is, dare I say it? Anything about a weapon? No, I shall refrain from saying anything about a weapon.
Mum's here to fix it. She's at the door.
Oh, is she? Right, you better let her in.
She said that she's not coming in. She says, too many people.
Too many people?
Yes. Can hear you.
Come and show your face, Pam. Come and show you.
Can hear you. She's not coming in.
Come and show your face.
She's away the other way. If you just leave the sledgehammer at the door, Mum, we'll use that after we're off here and see if that fixes it. Yes, as Liam says, at the end of the day, turn everything off and turn it back on. That's usually the...
that tends to be we've already done that 3 times.
I was speaking to someone who works on a Royal Navy ship, and they deal with a system, and their job when the ship's at sea is if it stops working is to switch it off and switch it back on. Yeah. And 99.9% it fixes the problem. One button, that's their job.
I know. Unfortunately, I've done that several times today, and it doesn't work.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it over time.
Simon Power has put in his Topsworth here. Derek, are the systems reading the correct time? Well, I don't know. Because unfortunately, I can't ask the systems if they're reading the correct time. I take it. I understand what you're asking, Simon. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. It's something to do with the streaming provider, and maybe they may well have changed the address. They might have changed the address. That would that wouldn't affect that wouldn't affect the if they've changed the address for the streamer onto the net. That wouldn't affect the addresses that we've gained for the Sonos and the Alicia and so forth.
So you can't put the address for the Sonos into the player. No,
I don't think so. See, I did a wee recce on the forum, and one of the answers to somebody who was having a similar but the same type of problem was that I think maybe last week they changed something, they upgraded something, and it said use this address. Currently, we're UK1. It's a UK1 address for the streamer. And they said something about UK4, but I've got no way of, until they tell me how to do that, what I need to do, I've got no way of knowing if that's right or no right. So I'm waiting on them coming back to me. I have asked the question, so I'm waiting on them coming back to me. But as I said earlier, it's a Sunday, it's a beautiful day. They're no daft like we are sitting in here trying to fix it. They're away enjoying themselves, quite right. Can't blame them. Anyway, there we go. Aye, so that was a very useful half hour. That, in fact, a very useful hour. It's nearly an hour. We've been sitting here chatting.
Yes,
and we've had all these brilliant answers coming back. I must say, brilliant answers. Like, come and say hello to Pamela.
Right, I'm going to head and see what we can do.
Aye, I think we need to go and have a look. What's Dorothy Lawson saying? Think you'll need to wait until the streaming service gets back to you. Sounds like a problem at their end. Dorothy, I totally agree with you. I think you're right. I think you're
Your new router will have a different IP address. Will that affect it?
Correct, aye. Mm-hmm. That's right. Actually, no, strictly true, because the router I converted from a cheap, nasty provided by PlusNet, who provides my internet service. I changed it for a Hub 6, BT Hub 6, which is supposed to be one of the best on the market.
It's like the Hubble telescope.
Well,
I'm going with Sheila Walker's advice. Cheers, Sheila.
Oh, you're quite right. I think I'll just go and have a stiff gin. Mm-hmm. I think that's a wee bit of advice. Here's Gloria. Gloria always has good advice. Let me read Gloria's advice. A wee bit of advice for you two geniuses. Genii is the plural, I think. Anyway, why don't you watch everything, switch everything off, go get yourselves a wee
aperitif.
A wee aperitif, yes, a wee aperitif. That's very good, Gloria. Yes, I think I'll have a Norwegian, but go to bed and work it out in the morning with a clear head. That is the best bit of information we've had all day. I think that's exactly what we should do. Go and get a wee dram, go to bed and work it out.
I don't think I've had a clear head for 31 years. Oh, if in doubt, kick it. And if it...
Well, good, Alec. Aye, good. If in doubt, kick it. Good.
That's Robin Hamilton that gave me that.
Alec, the problem is, Alec, you see, my qualifications in life I didn't learn where to kick it. I only learned to kick it. You've got to ken where to kick it.
Robin Hamilton told me that if in doubt, give it a clout, and it tends to work.
It does tend to work. Only there you go.
It didn't work that time though.
No. I think we're going to have to wait till the streaming service comes back to us. Internet-radio, please come and talk to us, please.
Well, go and get yourself a stiff drink.
Yes.
And I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I'm going to make sure this programme swaps properly at 9 o'clock.
Oh, aye, for your, aye, yes. Keep your fingers crossed. If it does, once we get up and running, we might be able to automate. That's great. Excellent. Well, folks, thanks very much for sticking with us. It's been great that you've stuck there, and thanks very much. And we'll see you all on Wednesday, live, hopefully live on Wednesday. Is that right? Am I doing Wednesday?
Yes.
I'm doing Wednesday. You're doing Thursday.
That's right.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
If we don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window.
Correct. Bye just now. Bye.